Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am your girl Katrina, and today I'm going to have a little co-host. I have a surprise for my son and a surprise for you all as well. I am going to be showing you how you can sublimate full color images on any type of garment. Polyester, of course we know we can sublimate on polyester, but if you have a 100% cotton t-shirt like I do, this is a black next level kids youth shirt, 100% ring spun cotton, no polyester at all involved on this shirt. I'm going to show you how you can sublimate full color images on dark colored garments or any other clothing items. I have this image that my son has been dying for, and we have been trapped in the house with each other, quarantined, because he did test positive for COVID last week, so driving me crazy because he's getting better. But he's been dying for a Mickey Mouse Gucci shirt. So I have this image, and I'm going to surprise him. And I'm going to bring him in. But the product that we're going to be using today is the Siser Easy Subli. So if you're wondering what this is almost as if polyester and sublimation had a baby, and boom, created Siser Easy Subli. I've used it. I had a video posted on white shirts already, but of course everyone wanted to see how it worked on the dark garments. So today I got you. Now go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel because I'm bringing you weekly content on everything behind my business and helping you grow yours. So without further ado, let me bring in the little annoying 10-year-old, my little protege. He is going to help make his shirt today. I hope you don't cut up on this video because my son is kind of crazy. But let's see how he reacts because I'm going to show him that today we are finally making his shirt. And he's been driving me crazy about the shirt. So let me see. Kaden?
Yes?
It's like he's like right there. What are you doing?
I'm on TikTok.
Can you come in for a second? Are you dressed?
Oh, wait. No, I'm not.
He said, no, I'm not. All right, I'm going to cut. Get dressed and come, okay?
Okay.
All right, everyone, here's my son, Kaden. And let's see how he reacts. Come over here next to mommy. So I have, do you see the shirt?
Mm-hmm.
So today we're going to be making you a shirt, okay?
Ooh, making me a shirt.
Ooh, Mickey, you tell everyone hello.
Hi.
You got gum in your mouth. How you going to be, well, he didn't know we was recording for YouTube. I'm doing a YouTube video today, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be finally doing your, what type of shirt did you want? Like, what type of shirt have you been bugging me for?
I wanted Mickey Mouse Gucci, so Mickey Mouse wearing the Gucci shirt and the Michael Jackson pose. So Mickey Mouse got to be wearing the Gucci and doing the Michael Jackson pose.
What's the Michael Jackson pose? Show it to me.
I think it's like something like that.
Show. That's how the Michael Jackson pose is?
I don't know. It's something like that. But yeah, he's wearing Gucci, doing that pose on a shirt. And
What
so
does
that's
Michael
what I
Jackson
want.
say? When he does that pose, what does he say? So,
yeah, he says.
oh my God, don't do that. All right, so look, I have your.
That's what I want.
This is what you wanted. So this is the design that we're going to do today. So I already printed it out, of course, but I'll go back and I'll show you how I actually did it. So I'll be using my 7710 Workforce Epson printer, and I'm just using Printer's Jack. Everything that I use will be linked down in the description box below. You ready to get started? Fist bump, elbow bump. Okay, so we're in the Silhouette Studio Designer's Edition, and this is the design that I'm going to be doing for my son. He is going to be so excited. He's been dying for this Gucci design. So we got the Michael Jackson Mickey Mouse Gucci. It's really cool. So first off, with the Siser sublimation paper, you want to make sure that your design fits within the borders. And my cutting mat is 12 by 24. I don't need my cutting mat right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn that off so it's not distracting. I already have my paper sized to the right size, so it's 8.5 by 11. Even though the paper is technically 8.4, but 8.5 is still fine. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my registration marks. You want to make sure it's turned on, and I'm going to have my inset is already set as far as it could. So now I need to make sure that my design is large enough for the shirt, for the print area. So I'm gonna make it, I know that, you know, since it's a kid's shirt, I don't want it that big. So I'm just going to make it about 8.5. Okay, so 8.5 is the size that I'm going to go for, and it fits perfectly within the registration marks in the borders for printing. Now again, you do not need to mirror this. If you were just cutting out the HTV as the backing, all you would need to do was go ahead, and I'm going to go over here to Trace Panel, select Trace Area. If this was one image, because of the wording, I wouldn't do this. I would turn my threshold all the way up to get the outer edge, and I would just hit Trace. I wouldn't hit Trace and Detach. I would hit Trace. That way I have a full image. I would just fill that in. You can make it white, you can make it black, doesn't matter. This would be what you would cut out if you was cutting out the sublimation paper by itself, and then you would mirror this image and print this on sublimation paper, and you would just cut this. Then you would just sublimate this, reverse down onto the image. But I'm not going to do it that way, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. But that's another option. It's easier to do this when you have like just a pattern. If you have a design, maybe words or letters, and you just have a pattern that's going to go on it, that way it's kind of easy. But because this is more intricate and I don't want to mess up, I want to make sure it's aligned, I would do it this way. I'm just going to cut out the entire image. Now because I'm putting this on the black shirt and I have black ears, I'm just going to go ahead and create like an offset. A slight offset, not that large. So I'm going to take this down as low as I can. I'm over here in the distance panel. And as you can see, the line right here is slowly getting smaller and smaller, coming closer, because I just want a small, there we go, 0.5. So if I move this, I have that. So now I'm going to make this all white, just so you guys can see it. I'm going to group it, make it white. There we go. And now when I put this on here, it's just a small hint of the white showing, just for borders. I'm going to create a box, same size as that. I'm going to make the box black. I'm going to move this behind, center back. And that's how my shirt should look. Just like that. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to go ahead and print this. Everything looks good. And now I'm going to send this to print. And as you see right now, that's what it will look like. My print preview. Always remember that your paper is glossy side up. So what you want to do when you print out your image, you have to cure it. You have to make sure that it's dry before you put it through the cutter. So I'm just going to hover over it, but I'm actually going to change it to 30 seconds. So I'm going to, Kaden, you see what mommy's doing? Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to hold it over. You don't want to close it. You just want that heat to get to it so that it can dry. So I'm going to do it 30 seconds in each direction. 60 seconds should be good enough to make sure your ink is dry. Or if you're not in a rush, you can definitely leave it overnight. So that way when you go through the cutter, the ink is dry. The ink won't smudge. So I'm just going to rotate it.
So what's happening right now?
I'm drying the ink.
You're drying the ink?
Mm-hmm. So we can cut it.
So we can cut it.
Mm-hmm. And now it's ready to go on the cutting mat. Are you making faces behind me?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right, so Kaden, we're going to go ahead and put this on the cutting mat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm able to cut the design out precisely because I had the registration marks turned on. Try not to touch those registration marks because you definitely, could still smudge them.
Yeah.
So I just touch on the outside. Sometimes I do have trouble with this Cameo picking up the registration marks. I try to make sure it's under the light. Sometimes you have to do it manually. This Cameo really be bugging sometimes, and sometimes I do have to do it more than once. So I'm just going to insert it, and I'm going to see if it'll pick it up the first time. All right, so Kaden, make sure you watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch it though.
I'm going to watch it like a hawk.
Okay. registered. So it's finally cutting. I literally had to shine my light down there and do it manually because it would not cut. So I'm hoping that it's cutting out precisely, perfectly. Because if it messes up, we're not doing another one. Because this paper is expensive.
I know.
He can't stay focused at all. I'm doing a shirt for him and he talking about he hungry. All right, so it's done, Kaden.
Yes.
Let's see if it cut. So I'm
So
going to
this
turn
one-
this back down. So I had it turned that way to face the light. I had to actually use my flashlight. So I had to take the camera off. So this thing be bringing me through it. The cameo be really bugging sometimes. So I'm about to see if it cut perfectly, Kaden. Let's see if your design cut.
Can I feel the? Ooh, it's some nice paper.
All right, so that's the matte side. So I'm going to lift it up, and then I will let you weed it, okay?
Okay.
You and that gum. You driving me crazy with that gum.
But mommy, why would you want to let me, your child, weed something? Don't do weed.
All right, Kaden, take your hand and pull. Just to show you how easy it does weed, take your hand and pull back on a 45-degree angle. Just pull the white back, okay? And everything, your design should be left on the paper. So put one hand here and take the other finger and pull the design back, okay?
Like that?
Just pull it back. Pull it back nice and slow. Be careful. No, it didn't cut. Nothing cut. Oh my, move your hand.
Don't let me do this stuff like that. Like,
It did not cut.
it didn't cut.
So as you saw, I had some issues with the actual blade cutting all the way through the Siser Subli, but I actually had took that blade out to clean it and I didn't have it securely all the way back in, so it wasn't cutting all the way through. Either way, this cameo still be bugging. I had to literally take my flashlight, shine it. I was trying to cut this design for like a week now. Finally, the heavens decided to open up, and Mickey is acting right. The cameo is on point. My son is still sleeping. I wanted to surprise him because I did not want to get his hopes up, but it looks like we about to be Gucci because it looks like it's cutting precisely. So I'm excited. I want to wrap this video up and show you guys how to press it because I have literally been trying to cut this design for a week now. So let's get this popping and let's finish the video. So I'm going to go ahead and weed this and pull this back. It actually weeds, in my opinion, much better than regular Siser Easy Weed. I'm going to use a 45-degree angle and just separate it from the backing of the sheet. And as you see, it's coming off so easy. It's weeding like butter, baby. This thing is so simple to do. Of course, once you get your cameo acting right, I'm just making sure I take my time because I have like the small tail. My letters are really thin. And I noticed as I started pulling back, because my letters are thin, some of the letters were actually picking up. If any of your design picks up, just put it back down and use your weeding tool just to keep it down on the actual carrier sheet. So that's what I'm doing now. Precisely, I'm just taking my weeding tool and I'm just pressing through, which comes right through because it is cut. It's just picking up. And I just want to lay it right back down onto the carrier sheet. So I'm just going to speed past this part because it's just regular weeding. But just know that this is really simple and you can't mess this step up. Okay, so this is the image finally. Put the C back in place because I'll put this on the mask. Now, if it was just this image alone, I wouldn't use the mask, but because these pieces and the letters are separate, I'm going to go ahead and just use the mask just so I can show you as well and so my son can help out. So once my son finally wakes up from his coma, because he is still knocked out, boys, and we're in the house, it's Sunday. Normally we would be in church, but because he's still in quarantine and can't go out the house yet, I'm doing his shirt today. And I'm letting him sleep in. But this is it. I think I'm going to go ahead and just use this instead of printing the vinyl. Even though I have the white around it, it's okay because it's for him. And he'll completely be happy with that. Okay, so I finally got it to cut. Oh, Lord.
You got it to cut.
Yes, look. I finally got it to cut while you were sleeping this morning.
I'm gonna have a Gucci shirt.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so at this point, after you have your design cut, and I do want to say you don't have to do it this way. You can just use the HTV to cut out the pattern, and you can actually just use the sublimation paper. You would have to mirror your image and you can press it face down if you want to do that. That takes a lot more precision, making sure that your design is precisely lined. I don't want to do that. It's an extra step. But if your cameo or your silhouette is messing up like mine, because there was nothing wrong with this. It was actually the cameo that wouldn't register and cut. So I finally got it to cut, and now we're getting ready to transfer it and put it on your shirt, Kaden.
But this just goes to show that even if it's not working one day, it can still work the other day. So just don't give up and keep on trying like my mommy did.
Let me tell you, I was getting so frustrated, and my son was like, "Mommy, don't give up." He was literally like almost praying for this because, of course, he wants his Gucci shirt. So I'm going to show you what to do. So you'll take your masking paper, and again, I have the 50-pack of the mask, and I have the 50-pack of the HTV. I got mine from Heat Transfer Warehouse. I did check again, and they were all out. So, Kaden, I'm going to separate this. You just want to take your finger and separate this from the backing, and it pulls apart just like this. Now, you don't have to use the mask if you have one full design that you can just pick up with your hand. So if you want to pick your design up with your hand and just place it directly onto your garment, you can do that. I'm going to place it down in the center, Kaden. Making sure it's even.
Mickey Mouse Gucci.
Oh, he scared me. Come on, look. I want you to look at every step I'm doing. And I'm just going to, just like you would any other transfer, now I'm just going to press this out, making sure I have even pressure to make sure I can transfer it onto the Easy Subli mask. All right, so I want you to pull up the mask. Pull at a 45-degree angle to separate it, okay?
When you say like 45-degree angle, it makes me like what?
I know. So look, you're gonna take your hand right here and pull back slowly. Come on this side. So I want you to pull that way.
So just pull it.
You're gonna pull it back. Yep. And the Mickey Mouse should be on this part.
Pulling it the right way?
Pull it. Wait, your hands are backwards. Use this hand to hold down and pull back with that hand.
Okay.
All right. Pull back nice
Am I
and
doing
slow.
it the right way?
Go ahead. Pull back. You'll know if it's transferring when you see it's coming onto the shirt. Go ahead. Pull back. Pull back with some force. You scared. All right. Be careful. Be careful.
Yeah.
It's pulling up. Go ahead. Take your hand and pull back. Relax, relax. All right, so the little tail. So now we just rub and now go. Continue to go. Relax, relax. We just want to make sure that the tail gets transferred too. Sometimes you might have a little issue with the smaller part, so I'll just take this and just lift it up with it. See? And now I'll continue to pull back.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna pull back just like that. All right. So whatever doesn't.
The Gucci part.
I know you want the Gucci colors. So we might have some difficulty with the letters.
Gucci, 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 Gucci.
All right. Look at that.
Gucci. We Gucci. Oh, we Gucci. Oh, we Gucci.
Right.
Oh.
Hold that for mommy. Just hold that for mommy.
Yes.
Hold that. Pull it back just a little bit. A little bit. Relax. Will you stop making that noise on camera? And we rub a little bit more.
Because we gonna be Gucci, mommy. We gonna be Gucci.
I'm gonna make sure we get all those letters.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Look at
Oh, we Gucci. Oh.
one little part.
Come on, be Gucci, be Gucci. Be Gucci. Be Gucci.
We Gucci. We Gucci.
We Gucci.
Let's go press it and see how this turns out. You ready? Now, of course, you can only use the mask one time once you put, because the sublimation will appear on this side, so you'll throw this away. You can only use one sheet one time. Let's throw it over to the heat press. Okay, Kaden, I have your design. Okay, so I have the design. I'm just going to lay it right here. Kaden, we're going to pre-press your shirt. Okay?
Yeah, and I can feel the heat coming from this. That's why it's called a heat press.
Yep, I have on medium to firm pressure, and I'm using 315 degrees for 30 seconds.
Wow, 315 degrees.
315 degrees for 30 seconds. I do want to take my lint roller, get out all that lint.
Yeah, I feel like that's more than the heat in Arizona.
Boy, are you going to commentate on everything? All right, you want to get out all that moisture. Get out all the moisture in the shirt for about 5 seconds. Okay? You gotta, don't do that. Okay? I'm gonna use my T-square Kaden to line up your shirt for you to make sure it's perfectly centered.
The T-square?
And I want you to place your shirt
What if I mess it up?
You are not gonna mess it up. Mommy's not gonna let you. And you'll just have a crooked Mickey Mouse, but Mommy's not gonna let you mess it up, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna actually fold it so that way you know where the center is. This is the center of your shirt. So where that crease is, put that right underneath, okay? Go ahead and put it on it, and be careful.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna lift this
Put it
up.
right where?
You're gonna place it, hold on. You're gonna place it right here to the underneath.
Okay.
The top of the ears to right here where my finger
The
is.
top of the, is this good?
No, the top of the ears, bring the top of the ears all the way up.
Okay.
All right, but you see where Mommy folded it at?
Yeah.
Right there. That's the middle of the design.
Hallelujah!
Right.
God is good. Jesus.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take this as well, just to make sure the letters are lined up. Just to make sure it's completely straight. Okay, and that looks good. Now you don't need butcher paper with this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and apply butcher paper because everything will transfer onto this. I'm gonna lift this up so that way it's flat. The collar doesn't get in the way in the pressing. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and put this protective sheet on and we're gonna press it. Kaden, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Come over here so you can get ready to see your shirt.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Be
gonna
careful.
see my Gucci shirt.
It's gonna pop open, okay?
I'm gonna see it. Like I'm gonna see the shirt. God, I'm gonna have a Gucci shirt. Oh, all the kids will yell and they will know my name. I'll say, "What's my name?" And they'll be like, "Kaden," because I'll have the Gucci shirt. It just popped open.
It just popped
That kind
open.
of scared me a little bit.
Okay, Kaden.
Yes, I'm so ready.
Okay. And this is a hot peel, so you want to do this right away.
Yes, it's a hot peel.
Kaden, do you want to pull it back?
I'm sure.
Pull it, stand on this side and be very careful. Let's make sure everything is stuck down. Pull up towards the top.
Up towards the top.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
I don't like you only using one hand. Use both hands.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. I just want you to be careful. All right.
I know.
Look at that.
So now I have a Mickey Mouse Gucci shirt.
Look at that. And as you see, you'll see it transfers onto here. So nothing. Okay, he fell on the floor. He fell on the floor. Nothing got on the paper at all. So you don't need the butcher paper. And I only did the white lines as a border, as an outline, just so it can, the ears and stuff could pop, but I didn't really need it. But Kaden, there is your Gucci shirt.
Wow!
You got it.
Thank you, Mommy. I love you so much.
All right, so you got to try it on. We got to show everybody how it really looks.
Yes, we do.
How does it feel? Feel it.
Ooh, the texture.
Not the shirt,
It's
the Gucci. Feel this.
Oh. Ooh, the texture is immaculate.
Immaculate. So he has on a regular shirt that I made with vinyl, and it feels, you can feel this. This feels so much better. It feels so much better.
Feels like heaven.
It feels like heaven, and it's
Yes.
completely in the shirt. We'll be doing wash tests. We'll be doing some wash tests later because, of course, he's probably going to wear this at least once a week. So we'll definitely come back and do a review on the wash test and how the sublimation uphold. But Kaden, go ahead. Try your shirt on.
Okay. Let's try it on in 3, 2, 1. Look at me. Check me out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on now. That's that Gucci pose. Woo! What? I don't know what that is. All right, so guys, here you go. This is the sublimation with the Siser HTV on black, 100% full cotton t-shirt, and it looks great. When you first look at your image after it's printed out, of course the colors look dull. Even the Mickey ears, if you noticed earlier, it looked completely brown, but now it's black. Open your arms out, little man. Not like that.
Like the Jack and Rose pose from Titanic.
So, Kaden, how do you like it?
I love it.
He was in quarantine. Well, we both been in quarantine. He's been under the weather. He had tested positive for COVID, but he is completely fine now. I'm so glad he came through. He had some rough days, but he made it through. And I don't know how in the world he got it, because he does have OCD and he wears his mask all the time. So it just proves that no matter how safe you are, you know, COVID doesn't matter who you are or how young you are. But I'm just glad that he is doing fine. I look like I feel I have a slight cold, but I just wanted to do this for him, and I wanted to make this video for you all, because some people, I have a video posted previously on the white shirt, but of course everyone wants to know how it works on the black shirt. So here you go. It's proof it works. You might have a little few issues, or it might take, you know, a little learning curve, but once you get the hang of it, it's so easy. So this is 100% cotton shirt on a black shirt, works on any color, works on any garment. If you have any questions down below, hit us up and I will get back to you in all my comments. Guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Right, Kaden?
Yep.
Thanks for joining me today on my channel.
You're welcome.
He's ready to go game, so he has nothing else to say. You Gucci?
Mm-hmm.
You Gucci.
And now we out. So bye.
Bye. Check him out. Check him out. Kaden, you Gucci. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. And this is a regular 100% cotton next level kids t-shirt.
Did you just say cotton? Did you just say you know black people back in the day had to pick cotton.
Stop it.
Don't you